Okay, so far we've got a little bit of it cleaned up. Still got to finish cleaning the rest up, but I figure I'd stop and give you guys a couple of tips here. When you take them apart, make sure you keep them in somewhat of an order. That way you can put them back correctly without having any issues when you put it back together. These funky little washers, they go between the gears. And what they do, your shifting forks here, as you move, when you go to shift, these go between each gear, and what they do is they catch on to little square spots in the gear. That's how you shift. But what these washers do, these actually keep you in gear. So when you put it in third gear, these little washers are what keeps it onto those gears. The way these go on, the beveled edge, this back side is kind of sunk in a little bit. This beveled edge goes this direction. That way when you shift, your shift keys, they got an angle. When they hit this little spacer, the little beveled edge keeps them between the gears. And this stops it, this little backside stops it from jumping out of gear as you're going. So it's very crucial to keep these in the direction that they came from the factory. Because if not, you're just going to have all kinds of shifting issues. You're going to take it all apart, and it's just a big pain in the ass. So we've got this part cleaned up. One thing you want to check, of course I don't have these exactly perfectly clean, but I mean, try to get the best you can. They're a real pain in the you-know-what to get clean. Make sure there's no pit marks, there's no wear marks on the outside. These look pretty good. Make sure obviously that all the teeth are still intact, which these are looking pretty good. Check your shift keys. This one's got a little bit of a play on that side, but that side looks good. So what I did, see, that one's got a little play, or not a little play, a little wear to it. It's not bad. Mine's actually a little worse than this. I've ran all year on it. This side's not so bad. So what I did, I just flipped them. Took it apart when I was cleaning it, flipped them around. Because this will be going this way, and that's the good spot. So there's that so far, and I'm going to get the rest of it cleaned up, and we'll be right back. Alright, now for reassembly. First off, what I did, which you can tell I didn't get all of it out, but you can have a little bit of bentonite grease in it, it ain't going to hurt nothing. You just want to get the majority of it out. I put a 5/8 OD O-ring seal, rubber O-ring seal underneath this on the input shaft. And then on the bottom side, I put another one on there, which there's a snap ring groove there, which this is probably isn't down all the way. But I do that because I don't run actual gear lube. I'll show you here in a minute what I run. Another thing I wanted to point out, when you're assembling these bushings, see how they have a little tab there, and they don't have it on the back side, but it's flat. On these cases, they actually have reliefs cut out just for them tabs. And they fit on there. Yeah, where'd it go? There it is. They're going just like that. Now, if you get this up like that, or if you get it like that, and you go to tighten the case down, it's going to smash that bushing onto the shaft. And for one, you'll ruin these, and you'll never get the transmission to turn. So let's go ahead and get this thing put together. Alright, so we got the gears back in place. We got all the tabs lined up where they needed to be. We got the shifter in place. We got it down in the little holder down there in the bottom. Make sure that your shifting forks are in there where they need to be. If you don't have it in there, you won't be able to shift it. Now, next will be the lube. Like I told you earlier, I don't use gear lube, and I went to somebody told me to try something else, and I've tried it, and my transmission is much quieter, and I haven't had any leaks. I haven't had any issues at all this year using this product. And voila, that's what it is. Stp Oil Treatment. It's 15 ounces. We don't need the whole 15 ounces. Real thick stuff. what I do, you're supposed to use, I think, roughly 8 ounces. So what I do is when you go to fill it up, stuff's like honey. We'll try that. Kind of let it level itself out there. What you want to do is cover up about half that bottom gear, which we're actually about close. Let's turn this over a little bit. Oh, almost lost it off the table. That wouldn't have been good, would it? Yeah, we'll add a little bit more to it. Stay on the table. That should be plenty. It is about 2/3 actually. Yeah, that looks good. As you can see, we didn't completely cover up the bottom gear, the input shaft gear. It's about 3/4 of the way up on the gear. That's about where you want it at. So that looks good there. So now we got that put in place. Let's go ahead and put some sealer around it and get her buttoned up. Alrighty, we got some RTV black high performance sealer. Put it all the way around the edge and carefully put it back together. Make sure your shifter comes up through the top. Make sure that's all in good working order. When you go to tighten it down, don't tighten it down here, here, here. Don't go in a circle pattern. Make sure you start on the sides, go to this one, and that one, and this one. Don't over tighten it. Don't muscle it on there. I mean, I'm hoping you know how tight to get that, considering this is aluminum, magnesium, whatever it is. That's not going to take much to break. Make sure that everything turns over smoothly. This turns over real nice. See, I bought these bolts. I'm not liking them too well. Darn light. Man, that's bright, isn't it? Well, these are 1/4 inch by 20 thread, and these are 1 1/4 inch long. They may be a little too long. There you go, a little better. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the store. I don't have this completely tightened down yet. I'm going to let the sealer kind of do its thing before I tighten it down. I'm going to go back and get some Allen head bolts to put in this. I think that'd be a little better. Much easier to take apart if you have to. One thing that I want to stress about them shifting forks, there's not much to them. You really don't want to be under power and trying to shift at the same time. Normally what I do is I start off in 2nd gear, and I typically run in 4th gear, so I'll run in 2nd gear, get up to speed, and I'll let off the gas, push in the clutch, hold the clutch down for a few seconds, and then shift. Because you put too much stress on them shift forks, you're going to snap them. There ain't much there to them. You can buy replacement parts. You can go, I don't know if Tecumseh has a website or not, but I know you can get part numbers for them. Everything in here can be replaced. Or you can go to eccarburetors.com and you can buy a completely, I guess, brand new for $200. Might as well say $200 or brand new. But everything's working smooth here, so I'm just going to go and get some Allen head bolts, put this thing back together, and got a kid wanting to buy this up tonight. So if you guys have any questions or you want to make a comment, if you don't like it, tell me what I did wrong. Did I miss something? You need more information on how I done something, just let me know. Leave it in the comment, or you can go to hollandgrassracing@gmail.com. You can shoot me an email. I now have a page up on Facebook. You can check it out. It's Holland Grass Racing. Just search it. It should pop up. Like I said, if you have anything, just let me know, and I hope this video helped you out. I tried to cover as many bases as I could, and I tried to be as clear as I possibly could. I'm sure it got a little clumsy at a few points and times, about dropped it off the table, but I've only got one good working hand and the other one's holding the camera, so maybe next time I'll hire a camera crew. Have a good day.